best of 5. Let me get the overlay up and running here. Evoh in the blue, Joreuz in the orange. I forgot to enable the overlay. I've set it up, but I forgot to click on. There we go. Joreuz is in the US right now, so we're playing on the US server. But this is going to be an interesting one. We saw Jack yesterday playing from the bootcamp facility that Dignitas have got versus Daniel, and he looked a bit rusty. So, curious to see if Joreuz will be able to bring his A game. If he does, I've got to give Joreuz the edge in this matchup because Evoh struggled versus Razebull, struggled versus Naupo recently. He's been, I think, relatively consistent, but he's not been, I think, good enough to challenge the top guys. And Joreuz, of course, has to always be in the conversation for one of the top guys in ones because he is literally Joreuz. If he just decides that he's playing well today, then he's going to be a tough match for anyone in the world. Yeah, let's see how he's handling the jet lag, how he's handling the Dig bootcamp setup compared to apparently Jack. So this is a bit of a tricky position for Joreuz. Does get demoed on the landing, but not before he passes the ball to his back corner. Jumps over Evoh's final demo attempt there. And that bounce is going to favour Joreuz. The fact that it went slightly down the line enabled him to get boost and then set up a follow-up shot. But he only goes for the ball, not the boost steal. So he's going for a goal here, knowing that there's boost on either side, so he has to score really. Otherwise, Evoh will be breaking free here. Actually, Evoh committed a little bit for the mid boost. He'll still have back corner to go for. But Joreuz comes right at it. My goodness, what a save by Evoh. Joreuz is right on track there with the air dribble bump. Evoh's not having any of it, and he'll tie the game after a bit of a scuffle in the back corner. Yeah, Naupo did definitely destroy Evoh, that's true. Daniel beat Jack, but Jack looked off. Yeah, well, the summary for that one, if you've not seen it, is that Daniel looked unbelievable. Like, Daniel looked good enough to be like a challenge for anyone in the world. I don't think Daniel would be a big underdog to anyone in the world playing the way that he played. But yeah, Jack definitely looked off, and I think it is possible to have both of those things happen at the same time. Jack didn't play his A game, but Daniel was beastly, absolutely beastly. Joreuz so far is looking pretty clean, pretty calculated. Evoh is zipping around the field as quickly as he can. Oh, that's a great boost grab, but Joreuz is going to follow him down for the demo anyway, and now he's looking to rapidly counter-attack. Evoh turns for the boost, but a reverse flick from Joreuz will give him the 1-goal lead. I don't know if that's his best play there from Evoh. He probably should have faked a challenge to try and prompt an earlier move there from Joreuz. I think going for the boost just invited Joreuz to put an unstoppable shot on from point-blank range. You know, if Evoh on the respawn had moved towards Joreuz just for a moment, it might have prompted Joreuz to flick from distance and allowed him to save, but hindsight is 2020. Now Joreuz with another mind game. He's had a couple of big mind games in this game already. Looking locked in, and there is his half-flip kickoff. He's charging in to pressure the ball, and then turns for the save. Evoh did a really good job with that first shot though, forcing Joreuz into the net, and also making sure that his recovery was intact. I think Joreuz is going to score this. Wow, he absolutely is. Just have the feeling that he is on it right now. Big dunk, couple of wall dashes, and then a deep dish to finish the open net. Yeah, he's definitely on form here. Right out the gate. Evoh's in a bit of trouble if Joreuz keeps up this level of ability. So when it comes to mechanics, I think both players are probably going to be quite even. But Joreuz has got that experience. He's got that 1v1 IQ. Once he gets rolling, it's like he's in free play, and his opponents struggle to handle him. He was feeling the pressure here. Rush and open net. Don't think he realized just how long he had. He probably just assumed that Joreuz was recovering quickly there. And oh dear, Evoh's not even pressuring the ball. Joreuz is going to waste some time. I think Evoh's a little bit tilted. If I was to guess, he's trying to shake it off as Joreuz just does more and more with the ball in his own half. He's not rushing this at all. He's extending Evoh's torturous wait for a shot to come towards him. Eventually it did make it to him, but Joreuz gets the next back corner boost as well, and this time attacks in a little bit more urgency. Shot goes right into Evoh's near post dive. Joreuz far from all in there. Fakes yet another challenge. Evoh goes really high with this flick. He's pulled this one off a couple times recently. Such a great flick to witness. Hitting the ball with the underside of the car. Here he goes for it again, and he's got a better shot of it. It's in! And with just less than a minute to go, Evoh connects with his signature move. And you know, you've got to tip your hat to that. The setup is beautiful to witness. In times past, you'd have to wait a moment for the car to settle, and then you'd see the flick in that manner come towards the goal. But that one is almost immediate. And that seems to be, like I said earlier, the flavor of the month these days. Quick flick setup. Joreuz misses the demo in the back corner. Evoh didn't play for the boost seal though. Either that or he missed it. How all in will Joreuz go here? The answer is not too all in initially, but actually dives pretty aggressively afterwards, and he's not able to launch the ball into his own crossbar. Mistake by Joreuz. With a 2-goal lead, I did not think he was going to play for an all-in move, but he panicked close to Evoh's net, gave the ball away, and could not recover in time to defend his goal. Joreuz now has a long time to go, but one big clear will knock off quite a lot of that time. Joreuz just settling for small pads at the moment. He wants to keep pressuring Evoh. Now a couple of wave dashes, he backs away. Evoh's coming at him again with that same flick strategy. Joreuz closes the distance this time. Will not be tricked by the same move twice in a row. Reset for Joreuz into the air dribble. Evoh saves it. But can he keep the ball in the air? You know, I think he might. Oh, it just doesn't bounce up for him. But Joreuz did enough there at the end. A bit of a close one compared to what it initially looked like it would end up being. But he got the job done in style. Both players actually had quite a lot of style in this game. Well played. T-Dog, thanks to the 12-month Prime, and also Exoscarp, thanks to the brand new Prime. And OSM, I somehow missed that, because I think I was talking about kickoff, so I just totally blanked on the alerts for a second. But thanks for 53 months, Tier 1. Gonna need to see OSM back in the ones Showmatch scene, of course. He looked in form at Gamers 8. Gonna be trying to do as many of these as I can before heading to the World Championship. If you want to see OSM in a one Showmatch, just drop some ones in the chat. I see the love for one of the legends of the EU scene. Nsand, thanks to the 24, or rather the 4-month Prime, sorry. I can't count. I'm seeing 2s. Oh dear, well Evoh's missed another open net here. Still got Joreuz in a bit of a tricky position, but love that from Joreuz. Look at the awareness, look at the vision as he calmly keeps control in the back corner. Interesting to note that Joreuz has switched car here, so either he's trying to play a slightly different style, or he just really wasn't feeling the mechanics the way that we thought he was. When's the Justin Showmatch? I do need to reach out to Justin, see if he wants to do a Showmatch. He suggested it a while back, but I don't know how serious he was. Jack versus me, who's winning? It depends if we're playing Rocket League or chess. If we're playing chess, then Jack's got no chance. He said that he's going to get good enough at chess in time to beat me at Worlds. I'm not a believer. Jack's like 700 rating on chess.com. He's got 800 points to go before he can get me in ranked, you know. I don't know if I back him to get that good that quickly. What's my rating? 1500. I think Evoh's got this. Yeah, well played. Just waited for the right moment to break free of Joreuz's hug of death here. He always had the boost advantage, so he was just trying to line himself up properly there. Really smart manipulation actually of that exchange, because when you're driving into an opponent like Joreuz was there, you don't really have too many options with what to do. You're kind of stuck driving forward. The opponent can in fact steer you around a little bit, even though they are being pushed. So it might not look like much, but Evoh there did force Joreuz to push him into an angle that he could attack the ball from. 1500 is very pog. I mean, it's not that pog. As a percentage, I'm higher rated in Rocket League than I am in chess, and I don't consider myself a very good Rocket League player. So if I don't think I'm good at Rocket League, I can't be good at chess, because as a percentage, my chess rating is worse than my Rocket League rating. Just generally, I suck at all the games I play. I'm just terrible. We're all rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Ooh, that's a mistake from Joreuz. He knew that Evoh was coming in for the demo there, but he did not take evasive action appropriately in his back corner. What's my rank in Rocket League? Right now, Grand Champ 1, Div 2 or something. Yeah, I can get Grand Champ 2 if I'm feeling like going in a massive sweaty rank sesh with my main teammates, my mates that I play with. So yeah, I'd say Grand Champ 2 is definitely better than 1500 in chess as a percentage. I think Grand Champ 2 is like top, what is it, 0.3% or something? I don't know. Whereas I think in chess I'm only like top 2%. I'm washed. How could I be washed if I've never been clean though? Joreuz has been very calculated with his movement today. It's reminiscent of Revsy's Showmatch the other day. Phenomenal save by Evoh. He's still in a lot of trouble though. Joreuz has all the boosts. And another reset's fired at him. This time, he's unable to react. Nice shot from Evoh in the chat there. I think he's very impressed with the angle that Joreuz is able to get on this one. It looked like he was just going to play for the boost steal. Then suddenly, there's a ball flying straight down the middle of the net. Is Jack 1,000? Well, no, Jack's not 1,000 in blitzes. Jack, what's Jack's chess rating? I'll play him in speed chess. Like, I think that we did it when we played in Saudi. When we played at Gamers 8, we didn't do any time control at all. We just played a game where you could take as long to think about your move as you want. And Jack was like playing classical. You know, he's playing classical chess. It's taking hours. But afterwards, we did a 3-minute game, 3-minute plus 2-second increment, and I had to quite a few times just give Jack a moment to figure out his move before pressing the button because he's gonna run out of time. Hope I didn't lose. Of course I didn't lose, mate. Of course I didn't lose. Come on. I'm gonna lose to Jack at chess. Not yet. Did I play Jesse? I didn't play Jesse at chess. No, Jesse's quite good, isn't he? I'll tell you he's pretty good as Marky Duda. Me and Marky are very close actually. We've played each other at chess quite a few times. We're both 1500-ish. Oh, what a mind game by Evoh. He's tied the game here. When you see your opponent on the wall like this, it's never really a bad idea to just roll the ball at them because it's quite awkward to try and clear the ball when you're up on the wall, anything above ground level. It can be very awkward to try and clear it, as seen there from Joreuz. This time he does avoid the back corner demo from Evoh. Plays for an extremely aggressive dunk attempt on the goal line though. That's not going to work, and Evoh hasn't missed another open net. Joreuz own goal for what? Why did he rush this? Evoh's close, but he's not that close. I guess Joreuz said his finger slipped off. Oh no. It looked like he might be expecting it to bounce up a little bit. I thought he was going for a skim clear, but it didn't bounce up at all. Oh my goodness, what a flick by Evoh. Joreuz's body language in the celebration for this one, I think, tells a big story. He knows he's thrown this game away a little bit here, but luckily for him, he's got a lot of time to come back. He says he did that without an analog stick. Oh, so his finger slipped off the analog stick right before he was going to jump, so he jumped in a straight line instead of... probably what he wanted to do was steer before jumping, I imagine. I hope Jack's watching and having a good laugh at that one. That was class. From Joreuz. Composure from Evoh. He knows that Joreuz has nothing here. He's missed yet another open net, and that one's going to bounce as well. But Evoh's got to start scoring open nets. What is going on? If you've just tuned into the stream for the first time ever, I promise you these are world-class players. Believe it or not, we're not casting a bronze-silver rank tournament. We're not casting all-star bots. These are pro players. These are some of the best 1v1 players in the world. Evoh, yeah, looking like OSM with the open net misses here. Sorry, OSM, I just had to. You're in chat and active, so I've got to say it. Multiple in one game. Joreuz with a classic own goal as well. This could be the... At least in terms of how many low points we've had, this might be the worst game I've seen from these players. Time to make up for it for sure. Joreuz snipes Evoh in the back corner of the demo. Surely a tie game. Not even an ear post spawn's going to stop him. And indeed we do have a 7-7 score. Yeah, Evoh should have seen that one coming. Just like Joreuz earlier on in the game. It's quite telegraphed there from towards Evoh. I think he probably should have spotted that one. Should have known that the jump was necessary. This time he's the one who benefits from a back corner demo. Catches Joreuz exactly as he lands and re-establishes the 1 goal lead. Wasn't a bad idea there from Joreuz to pre-flip, but he lost all his momentum. Evoh with just 6 boosts. I mean, this is This is why the half flip kickoff is so viable in ones, is because a lot of players just use almost all, if not all, their boosts on their approach to the kickoff. So if you just half flip into 100, you can quite easily defend against somebody with such a little boost. Reset for Joreuz. Wants the flick. He's forced Evoh to land a little bit slowly, but not too slow. That's going to deny Joreuz the mid boost grab on the way back. Oh, Evoh just messed up there. He could have demoed Joreuz in the landing, but he got there a bit too soon. Ended up catching him instead. Now here comes Joreuz again. Standard air dribble. It's bounced off the post back into Evoh. I think it clipped Joreuz the second time as well. Evoh's near post defense has been impressive, to say the least. And now he can win the game by just keeping control of the ball and finding the ground at 0 seconds. He's going to look for more than that, though. He wanted the open net. This time he gets it in style with a ceiling pinch across the entire pitch. It bounces into the top corner. Well, Evoh can't score the simple open nets, but I think that more than makes up for them. Stunning stuff in the final second of the game. And we do have a tie series. Evoh responds to Joreuz's challenge. Expecting to see Joreuz back in the Fennec here. I'm not sure what the Octane switch was about. I think he looked a bit better in the Fennec, for sure, in my opinion. Let's see. I mean, Joreuz probably experimenting, probably wanting to find the car that's going to feel absolutely right in the run-up to the major, and it is just an Octane again. So Joreuz deciding that that one is more down to his in-game ability rather than the car choice. So game 3, many a back corner demo landing in these games. Bit of a messy takeoff there from Joreuz with the air dribble. Look at how much boost he's had to use there just to get control of the ball. He's not going to have any left, but Evoh's missed 2 open nets back to back. The second one was not really much he could do about it, but come on, Evoh. The net's the hole in the wall. There you go. Third time lucky, he's able to find it. And it's from another back corner demo. I mean, I don't know what's up with Evoh tonight. This is such a weird series for him. He's creating a whole host of chances, but he just can't put them into the hole in the wall. He's actually done a lot better when the net's been defended. That's a sick recovery from Evoh. He's got Joreuz boost starved again. 2-0. Joreuz thought he could fight for the corner boost on this one with his speed flip. Evoh shrugged off the bump on his landing. Kept on rolling forward. He's nervous. I don't know if he's nervous. I think he's just rushing himself. I feel like Evoh's just not taking enough time. Like, he's had time for a lot of these. He doesn't have to rush the way that he is. In the very first open net that he did miss in this series was an absolutely rushed play where Joreuz was nowhere near to him, nowhere near recovering in time. But Evoh just panicked, flipped past the ball, and since then he's kind of rushed every other open net as well and had similar success rate. 3-0 though. Evoh got momentum going strongly in his favor, even if he can't hit an open net just yet. Joreuz with 1 reset. He's having to use so much boost just to get back to the ball here, but it's a beautiful shot at the end of it all. The control was a little bit off. This reset had a lot of work to be done, but Joreuz pre-flips, gets an unbelievable amount of lift on the last shot there, and opens the scoring in game 3 for himself. Big time push kickoff by both. Goes away at Joreuz, who committed more to the outside of the ball. I wonder if Evoh clocked onto that. Will he stay on the inside? I think Evoh's kickoffs are a whole lot better than when he first started playing on my stream. Joreuz knows he can't really clear this in across the box. He's got to keep it in the corner. He's got no boost to chase it if he does clear it across the box. He's trying to wait for the back corner boost to respawn. Instead he commits to half of an outplay attempt and loses the back corner boost. That's definitely another misplay by Joreuz. You know, yes, it looked like a brief moment he could flick the ball past Evoh, but for what purpose? What exactly did he think he was going to get done by getting a miniature flicking outplay and still remaining boost starved when Evoh has 100? Much better setup here from Joreuz. He's got boost left over, and the mind game is good. Joreuz slots it with a wave dash shot to the bottom corner. And the mix-up has been quite spectacular from Joreuz with his aerial plays, if nothing else. Evoh goes right through Joreuz, but he's still going to lose the race to the back corner boost. Joreuz kind of rolling with it towards his own half there. Joreuz in two minds about what to do with that last flick opportunity. The setup has been a bit awkward for him here in this game at times. Even here, you know, yes, it's somewhat of a threatening shot, but he is so all in to get it done, and it doesn't look like Evoh's too troubled by all that. Joreuz with time to get the mid boost. Evoh with one reset coming towards him, delays a shot, decides not to fire, instead plays for the boost seal. That's very intelligent play there from Evoh. No doubt tempting to capitalize on the mini mind game that he had at the near post there. Instead just goes for the safe option and maintains his 2-goal lead. Joreuz with not enough boost to really threaten the back corner demo. Evoh stationed safely on the wall. Just waiting for a golden opportunity here. I don't know if that was it, Evoh. The ball's going to roll kindly for Joreuz, and Evoh will be pretty disappointed to see that, because he did go pretty all in, but he probably didn't expect the ball to sit that pretty for Joreuz to score immediately. He was hoping it would be a little bit more awkward than just a rolling ball on target. Evoh forces Joreuz back and establishes a boost advantage for himself in the process, but flips away from the play. That gives Joreuz a bit of time. Joreuz flick should set up a boost seal, but no possession play just yet. That following touch nets him one. Evoh forced back yet again. Taps the post as he tries to land on the back wall there. That slowed him down. Joreuz flicks to the top corner. Evoh blocks the second attempt on the rebound there from Joreuz. The initial flip reset was clean. I mean, Joreuz looks like he's using a ton of boost in the setups here, but he is putting threatening shots on net consistently. Evoh's missed another open net, but it was a tricky one. And Joreuz gets the air dribbling right away, connects the bump, and ties the game. And that's going to be frustrating for Evoh. You know, usually 4-4 with Joreuz with a minute to go, he wouldn't be too upset. But one open net miss followed up with air dribble bump on target. It's got to be a bit annoying. Joreuz takes possession again with his half flip kickoff. He's identified that Evoh's using enough boost on his diagonal spawn that the wave dash kickoff, or rather the half flip kickoff, is always going to be viable. That ball not sitting in a shootable position. Evoh decides to make one driving pass through Joreuz's box. Joreuz holding on to that 30 boost he spawned with. Now Evoh with the air dribble. It's a simple one, but effective enough to seal the boost one more time. Joreuz able to build himself back up to 43 though, but Evoh outplays him nonetheless. 5-4. The boost management from Joreuz was on point, but he underestimated Evoh's acceleration on that play. Thought Evoh was going to be going for the 50-50. Instead, it is an outplay. Can Evoh get a second game in a row here against one of the greatest 1v1 players of all time? He looks to be in decent form today. I mean, we're not seeing prime Joreuz here, but we're not seeing a floppy Joreuz either. Can Joreuz get one more shot on net? Evoh's going to make it very difficult for him here. And one bump will secure it. Evoh doesn't need to make any more 0-second saves. Secures the second game in a row after denying Joreuz during that 10-second countdown. Yeah, Joreuz is in the US. He traveled out, I think, a couple days ago or 3 days ago. Must have been 3 days ago. No. How many days ago was it, guys? When did Jack and Joreuz get into NA? I think it was either 26th or... no, it was 25th or 24th. Definitely a good performance from Evoh so far. He'll be quite happy with how he's played outside of the open net accuracy. Joreuz, like I said, has been pretty solid, but strangely inefficient with his recoveries, I'll say. Like I said, he's putting threatening shots on net. Every single time he attacks, it looks dangerous. But the attacks are often fizzling out and giving Evoh very strong counters as a result. That's an unbelievable save. Joreuz is going to get the back corner boost and probably score as well. Evoh might be back to play a small part in this. But how are you stopping Joreuz with this kind of setup? That was just the dream scenario for Joreuz. Arriving at the ball with over 50 boost gave him the confidence to launch a flick over Evoh's head. Liking the overall kickoff strat from Joreuz today. Evoh's been solid as well. He's a bit ahead of the ball here though. Joreuz just hits it right back at him. One of those awkward little touches that goes right towards your opponent and they can't really do too much with it. Joreuz. Oh, big mind game. Evoh what saves himself, but that was pretty convincing from Joreuz. He'll probably think that he faked himself on this one, but yeah, Joreuz did quite a good job convincing him that it was going to be a standard air dribble or a reset, or somewhere in between. Look at this from Joreuz, still playing different kickoff strats. He's got Evoh in a bit of a pinch here because Evoh's boost was running down to 0, so Joreuz didn't really need to do anything. Evoh forced to leave. An aerial battle that's relatively closely matched. Evoh's going to be the one who breaks free from this, and again he's missed an open net. I don't know if it was completely open because Joreuz was right in front of him. But Evoh probably adds that one to the tally because look what's happened afterwards. He stuck around for an extremely risky challenge. You've got to think that was Evoh's attempt to try and get something that he feels he deserves. It's often an easy trap to fall into as a Rocket League player. You miss an open net and then you take a big risk to go and try and get a goal that you feel was taken away from you. Great play there from Joreuz. I think he heard Evoh come in more than anything else. Just popped the ball past him, it's bounced in, which is unfortunate for Evoh, but when you lunge in and your opponent's paying attention, you are at the mercy of things like that happening. Now Evoh's landed the bump here, but Joreuz, undeterred, just plays for the softest double tap anyway. That's the danger of going for a big physical play here. You know, remembering back to the second game, I think it was, where Evoh is parked in front of Joreuz and Joreuz just kept driving into him. You know, it's in moments like that you probably think to yourself, why is Joreuz not bumping Evoh? It's because Evoh's got a boost advantage and he knows that if he does bump Evoh, then we're going to get the exact situation that just occurred, where the player with the boost gets back to the ball faster and continues being a favourite to score. More kickoff variety from Joreuz here. Inverted half flip with the upside down landing. Now on that particular kickoff, what you want to be doing is making sure that when you do land on the ball or slide into the ball, that you use your self-right mechanism button, whatever it's called. The button that whenever your jump is, when you're upside down and you press it, it flips your car over. You want to be doing that just before you hit the ball. Joreuz did it very well there. That's because the ball is a fair bit taller than Rocket League cars, and if you don't, then you're going to get completely dunked on when it does come to the kickoff itself. Yeah, so many fake kickoffs from Joreuz. He's had the complete leave the ball in diagonal, of course, my new favorite kickoff strat that I'm trying to get everybody to do in every game mode. He's had the inverted half flip, he's had delayed kickoffs, he's had the fake kickoff on the diagonal with a bit more of a convincing drive towards the ball or flip towards the ball. And he's also had the fake kickoff on the straight spawn, or no, I think it was a slight offset spawn. So, you know, Joreuz is just really showing that you don't have to go for the ball in 1v1 kickoffs as much as you think you do. Yeah, Joreuz missing an open net there as well. Probably trying to make it a bit more fair. He's seen that Evoh's missed all the open nets, so you know what? I'll give him one as well. 5-1. A nice boost grab by Evoh. And after securing the demo, he doubles up to 2. Yeah, close one there from Joreuz, but as often is, the player higher up on the boost race is the one who gets it. Joreuz with a wave dash will dart back to the ball again, and expect to see him play pretty aggressively here. Oh, he doesn't have to because Evoh's done it for him. Joreuz absorbs the challenge with ease and slots in his 6th goal of the game. That was a frustrated looking challenge from Evoh. Not sure why he decided to jump so high into this one. And even if he is inspecting a flick, I don't think he needed to be that high with his initial jump. Efficient aerial play from Evoh. And Joreuz is forced to pre-jump, but he does effectively. Not just saving the ball, clearing it as well. Evoh's got the boost on spawn. Joreuz still has ball control. That's a big bump onto Evoh as Evoh falls off the wall. Joreuz forced to use a lot of his boost in an attempted clear. It's gone nowhere, but Evoh only has 24 boosts as well. Joreuz able to get back to him and deny the third goal of the game. It's looking like he's getting away from Evoh here in this last game. He has no choice except to go early and often now that Joreuz has held him to 2 for so long. Corner wall double attempt by Joreuz just misses. Evoh with technically another open net miss there, but can't really blame him for that one. Very tough angle shot with not a lot of time left. He knows that even if he does score that one, the game is most likely over, and we do head to the ace match, game 5. Joreuz, of course, heading back to the menu. He's going menu every single time here. I started to think it might be just a bug. This game might just be kicking him every single game that ends. I'm glad that we're going to game 5 here. This has been a really interesting series. We're getting a ton of kickoff variety from Joreuz, which is always a joy to see. We're seeing, you know, great goals from both players. We got Evoh with his fancy flick mechanics, and Joreuz with his freestyle play, looking as good as ever. But who's going to ice it up in game 5? I'm personally leaning more towards Joreuz, because I think Evoh's had a bit of a frustrating series here today, even though he is going extremely even with Joreuz at the moment. Got to think that eventually all that's going to take his toll on the young American. Whoopty, thanks for the 15-month tier 1. Rubber Ducky Man, thanks for the 42-month prime. Welcome back, guys. Appreciate the resubs. That's a phenomenal boost grab there by Joreuz with the wave dash. Evoh plays the ball to safety to buy himself some time. And into the air goes Joreuz again. He heard Evoh flip away from him, so no rush on this play. And when you give Joreuz that much space, you're pretty much turning the game into Joreuz versus Joreuz, because he doesn't mess up from this kind of distance. Good enough with a shot there. It wasn't even prime Joreuz, but still enough to go past Evoh. I wonder if flipping was just a bit too obvious. So again, Evoh up against Joreuz. Leave the ball in diagonal strategy, and he has scored the open net. Nice one, says Joreuz. Wow. Joreuz decided to mix it up on this one, going for a direct challenge instead of faking, which is what he's tended to do when Evoh tries to dribble at him. Attempted switch up, one that I definitely approve of. Love to see an early challenge every now and then. You can see that he just didn't expect nor respect Evoh's open net accuracy. He just left the play to go get mid boost instead of defending his net. Now Joreuz completely all in here. Luckily for him, he's got Evoh's respect at the moment, and although Evoh is able to put a halt to that last attack, oh, he's messed up the demo again. Joreuz getting caught by Evoh instead of being demoed on the landing. That's twice this game now that Evoh's had technically a free demo on Joreuz, but he's accidentally caught him by driving too close to him as he looks for the demo. Now Joreuz going to show Evoh what an open net looks like. Confidence with the wall shot off the back of a strong challenge. Evoh just didn't see him coming. He was getting ready to set up an attacking play. Did not consider the incoming dunk attempt. How does every series go to 5? Well, the one before this didn't go to 5, so not every series. I'm not surprised to see Evoh Joreuz going to 5. This is a scoreline that makes sense for these two recently. I think Evoh, despite struggling in matchups here and there as of late, is still able to play anyone in the world close. He's right there. Definition of an A-tier player, I would say, these days. Not quite consistently good enough to make S, but he is next up, and he's really taking it to Joreuz here. Wow, that's a phenomenal setup by Joreuz. Evoh knew that Joreuz was not playing with 100 boost here, so he probably knew that Joreuz was all in, but he couldn't respond, couldn't get a 50-50, couldn't get an interception. Joreuz showing the value of switching up your angle of approach when you're dribbling. Keep the opponent guessing, keep the opponent on the wrong foot, as you say. Keep them turning. Joreuz using all his boosts again, but he's got a backup plan, an exit plan. I think his recoveries have really stepped up in the last 2 games. That's a great save by the Dutchman as well. Completely preempting where Evoh is going to shoot. Is Joreuz S tier? I think at the moment, yes, but if he loses this, then he might lose S. It's really tough to say. Joreuz is not the most active player. But yeah, going into Gamers 8, I had him S tier. He played 1 game, lost it to TRK, who I think might be the best 1v1 player in the world right now. So is that game alone enough to drop Joreuz out of S tier? I don't think so. So I'll probably keep Joreuz in S for now. But if he got smashed by Evoh, I think you could make a case for Joreuz being A. He's not getting smashed though, and he, looks like he might be winning. Evoh's got something to say about that with another open net finish. Look at him go. 2 in 1 game. Evoh with a quick turnaround. I gotta say, a very confident open net finish there. It's good to see he's bringing it back. That wasn't the best position for the ball to be in for Evoh. He would have loved for that ball to be a bit closer to the wall, so he could set up an aerial play easily. Well, he's got one now. The reset just off target though. Joreuz played for the demo instead of the open net. Missed it. Evoh is now back and fighting for position. Oh, he loses mid boost though. That's definitely a mistake. Joreuz with a reverse takeoff. Has Evoh in a world of trouble here. His accuracy is just too good and it continues to impress. Joreuz has definitely saved the best to last in this series. Earlier on I was critical of his aerial setups. They did not look efficient. They looked like he was really stretching himself thin to get half chances off, but now he is using all his boost, yes, but putting in unstoppable shots. As a result, Evoh down by 2 again. Drops the ball off the front of his car just a bit too much. It's getting away from him a little bit here. Whereas Joreuz saved the best to last. Evoh has not pulled it together all that well with the big mechanical plays this game. And now Joreuz gets a dunk on the end of another air dribble to frustrate Evoh even more. And this is not a play that Evoh will feel like he needed to give to Joreuz. He had the ball there, but he just lost control of the challenge game. Joreuz half flipping into his net now. Evoh, in frustration, just fires the ball right at him. That's definitely not the counter strategy to that kickoff. Still time for Evoh. He has to keep his composure. All he needs is 3 chances on net. With talent like his, any chance could be a goal. Unfortunately, after scoring with his 2nd attempt of his turtle flick strategy today, everyone since then has been a bit too low and a bit too slow. Joreuz keeping control of the ball in the back corner, all but confirms the win now. He, like I said before, saved the best to last, produced this world-class form that we've all enjoyed for a long time now. Many years Joreuz has been at the top, and I think for now at least, if he can keep his activity up, there's no question this guy's S tier. He is just built different. Looks undefendable when he's on in offense. One of the aspects of Joreuz's game that makes him so hard to defend against is not just the mechanical skill and the precision of his offense, but it's the unpredictability of his offense. He never does the same shot twice. He never lets you know until the very last second what exactly he's up to with every attack that he brings your way. GG's. Appreciate Joreuz and Evoh coming on, putting a show for us. I almost said at this late hour, but actually it's not that late for them, because Joreuz is in America right now.